Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about why you should start Forex trading. So in light of recent events and the past couple of years, the majority of countries around the world, including the UK, has seen inflation soar, prices in your local supermarkets rise, and obviously it doesn't stop there. So it's an important topic to talk about in the current times, as one source of income is just not enough. And as the years pass by, we have more and more proof of just how poor one source of income actually is. And it can't be relied on for the most part to have a good quality of life. But if you want to travel, go and see friends, get on the property ladder, and things such as this, one source of income typically just isn't enough. So there are many other ways and other means of increasing your income through different side hustles. People talk about stocks and shares as well. A lot of people get involved in that. If you haven't seen, somehow the past couple of years has been terrible for stocks and share prices. They've been pretty much, for the most part, your typical stocks and shares that people are investing in have gone down in value quite drastically. As a result of this, people need to find another way to make money outside of stocks and shares. Another common place where people allow the money to sit is, of course, the banks. Majority of people, I'd say at least 90% of people, just hold their earnings in the bank account. About a year ago, I think interest rates were typically at about 1% if you were lucky. Now interest rates have gone up slightly, so you might get a couple of percent. But the problem with that is they've only upped it to try and keep up with inflation, which currently in the UK is around 9%. So, don't be fooled by the increase from the banks. You're still losing out massively by holding your capital in the banks. Essentially, you're holding the capital in the banks, and whilst it's in there, it's just losing value. So your sole source of income, say your salary from your job, you want to put that into good use and make more money from it to keep the snowballing effect going. And a good way of this is through the Forex markets. So I've touched on stocks and shares being very poor recently. Holding your money in a bank account just isn't going to cut it. I think there might be a couple of bank accounts out there where you can store your money away and not touch it for 3 years and you might get 5% back. Now, at the time, you don't know what's going to happen in 3 years. Inflation could be even higher. Better offers could be out there, but your money's locked away for 3 years at a fixed 5%. So, and that's per year 5%, which, if you think you've put £10,000 in there, 5% is minimal. It's only £500. So, it's not a lot of money. It's not life changing. So why choose Forex over any other source of income? Well, Forex allows you to snowball your investments a lot quicker than other techniques. So instead of the banks where they say maybe, 3% a year, you could be aiming for 3% a month. That is a target that can be achieved with time and effort. Over the course of a few months of learning, you could hit 3% a month. Obviously, you've got compound interest as well, so the 3% a month isn't just sitting at 3% a month. Your next month of trading will be your original investment plus the 3% you've just made. And that's how the snowball effect happens. Now, I've personally hit 20% plus months, 30% plus months in the past. My own students are making, 5%, 10%, 15% per month. Obviously, it varies month to month, but the idea is that you still get a solid percentage of profit per month, and that snowballs, and in time, these profits just snowball to the point where you are creating a second source of income. Another benefit of trading Forex over stocks and shares is, one, your investment is relatively short term in comparison to stocks and shares. So when you're investing, you're in and out of the markets, you know when to get in and when to get out. With stocks and shares, you might see a 20% return, but that could take 4 or 5 years. Forex, you can see a 20% return in just a month. And then number two is you can invest in the Forex pairs, whether it's to buy, so where the price is going to go higher, or to sell, whether it's going to go lower. Whereas in stocks and shares, you can only invest in the hope of the share price increasing. So you can only invest one way. If the share price drops, all you can do is watch your money go down in value and potentially risk more capital at a lower price in hope of it going up. There's no getting in and out to sell the markets. There's only purely buying to hope that the share price increases. Now, within the Forex industry at the moment, you might have seen yourself, there is a lot of funding options out there. So instead of just risking your own capital, once you've got into a position where your trade plan works well, you can look at taking tests where you can gain funding of $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, and the requirements are all the same. It's just they have to be done on separate tests. Now, these funding options, there are companies where you will withdraw your profits on a monthly basis. Say you've got $100,000 in your account and you've made 10% in the month. At the end of the month, you take a split of that $10,000, and usually it's around 80-20 split. Sometimes it can even be 90-10 depending on the company. So you've made $8,000 in a month, which in the UK is way higher than the average salary. Whereas stocks and shares, your portfolio is literally based off your own capital investment, and that is a big reason why people should invest in the Forex markets over any other side hustle at the moment. The final reason for investing in the Forex industry is because it can turn rather quickly from a side hustle into a full-time job if you wanted it to. And now this full-time job would give you more freedom than a normal 9 till 5, in the sense that you can work from home or wherever you please. A couple of times I've been on holiday and continued working. If the markets seemed like they're in a good position, I didn't want to miss out. I'd spend a few hours a day just watching the markets. Freedom is a large factor of Forex. If you get a funding account and you have a couple of months of profits behind you, that could be $20,000 and could be used as your base to let you quit your job. You can live off that for a month or 2 months. It can be your sort of backbone to allow you to continue. And then if you're consistent with one account, then you can take another account challenge. If you've proven to gain the percentages on live accounts anyway, there should be no reason you can't do it on funded accounts. So yeah, as I say, it can provide the freedom. To summarise really why you should choose to invest in Forex. 1, it provides a second stream of income. 2, it gives you a lot more flexibility than other options such as stocks and shares or leaving your money in a bank account. You don't have to be alongside millions of other people hoping that a share price of a stock is going to go up. And if it goes down, you could lose your money. You can buy or sell in the Forex industry, and the investments are shorter term, which creates better flexibility again. 3, the power of compound interest. Compound interest is much greater during Forex because you're working from a month-to-month basis, sometimes even week-to-week. Obviously, you compound, and if you wanted to, if you profited in a week, the next week you could then up your risk to match your current balance at the end of that week. So then it further improves the snowball rate. Another reason is the funding options. Nothing else out there does such a good opportunity, and whilst it's about, you should try and take advantage of that. This is what can really change your life, and it can make you a lot of money, enough money to go on to the next factor, which is creating your own freedom. You can become your own boss like myself and still enjoy many things in life, such as traveling, seeing friends on your own terms. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully it gave you a good insight as to why you should start Forex trading. If you are interested, as I've said before, I've got a free course which I'll leave a link to in the description. As always, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment below or get in touch with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.